Hello and welcome back to more Football Manager 2019 with me, Mr. Grand 2, and Swansea City, a Welsh development. And since last time, then things have been developing rather badly. We left off after being thrashed 5-0 by Wolves. We managed to get a 2-2 draw at home to Chelsea, which was a pretty good result. But since then, well, as you can see, a 3-0 defeat away at Arsenal, absolutely abject, no other words for it. Very, very disappointing. A 2-1 defeat at home to Burnley because we never looked like being in the game there either. Really, nothing else to say about that. A 1-1 draw with Derby County, the only point we've picked up since last time. Derby, a team we, of course, pipped to the Championship title on the last day of the season last season. And, well, I mean, we were away from home, but still not particularly good whatsoever. Completely crushed 4-0 by Manchester City, and then a 3-1 defeat away from home against Crystal Palace. I mean, Burnley and Crystal Palace are not having the best seasons ever, but well, we're not doing anything particularly well at all at the moment. So if we have a look at the table, then we can see that we have plummeted all the way down into 17th place, just 2 points off the relegation zone. I mean, the fact that we haven't got anything, the fact that we got 1 point from our games against Derby, Palace, and Burnley is a little bit concerning. Today's matches then are going to be against two of the teams who are remarkably lower than us in the table, and we really, really, really need to come from those games with at least one win, if not two, or we're going to be in serious danger of both relegation and or being sacked. So Fulham is our first game today. We are playing that at home, followed by Preston, the other side who of course got promoted with us, away from home. So as you can see from our average ratings, things have been, well, absolutely diabolical. Matt Smith, Joe Roden, and Daniel James, the only players who have an even passable attempt at an average rating close to a 7. Everybody else has been awful and keeps their place only by virtue that the other options in the squad have been even worse than they have. Erwin Mulder's going to play in goal because I refuse to use Danny Ward. Paul Dummett's going to keep his place at left back because Martin Olsen has been even worse than him. Roden is going to play on the left side of central defence with James Chester coming in because Chris Mepham has been awful. Connor Roberts keeps his place at right back. He has at least scored a goal recently. Daniel James is going to be playing on the left today, and Joe Adams, who's the youngster that we bought at the start of the save from Wickham, is going to be playing on the right. He has been developing nicely in the reserves. I think it's time to give him a chance because he can't do that much worse than anybody else that we've got. Matt Grimes and Matt Smith are going to be our midfield duo. Bertrand Chalina is going to be playing an attacking midfield behind Ben Woodburn because, well, Chalina has been moaning about lack of first team football. Let's give him a chance. Byers hasn't been playing particularly well either. We'll see how they do. So a win today, really the only acceptable result. Um, Anything less than that, and I'm just don't really know what to do. Really, I think if we can't get some positive results from these two matches, we're going to be staring down the barrel of relegation. Chance for Fulham here, but it's been won back by Daniel James. Alfie Mawson looks to be potentially getting himself in a little bit of bother, but Fulham get it away, and there's a chance for them to break instead. Fulham have got Andre Onana in goal, of course, from Ajax. We got it back here. A little bit of a confusing highlight, kind of going one way, then the other. Don't really know what it's going to result in. It's we've got Ben Woodburn has got the ball here, and Adams plays the ball in, and Matt Grimes puts it away. And Joe Adams, on his first senior start for the club, gets himself an assist with a lovely ball in. Is he the player to prove that the Welsh team this team actually has a future using only Welsh players? Well, having said that, Joe Adams, after picking up his assist, has immediately got injured. Clearly, too much of an effort and exertion for him. Hopefully, it's not anything too serious because he has already proven himself there to be a worthwhile addition to the team. Free kick from John Michel Seri, and Fulham have equalised. Not really been in the game much, not really had many chances, and just I mean, it's an excellent free kick, you have to say that. But both teams scoring from their only shots on target so far. James, they're looking for an immediate response. Woodburn found Tom Lawrence, and Tom Lawrence could not find the goal. Okay, second half, looking for something, anything from our team. Tom Lawrence has got a bit of an injury, unfortunately. Of course, on as a substitute himself. It's a shame that Joe Adams got injured. He looked our brightest player, but it's come to Bersan Chelina, and he's been moaning about lack of first team football, and he's actually proven, perhaps, that he was worthy of a start. That's the kind of football we've been lacking in recent weeks. Ball comes out to him, series of good passes, and a great driving run forward with a lovely finish into the top corner. Hopefully now we can see this out. The game does get into a bit of a when you're on a bad run of form, uh, unless you can keep morale high, and sometimes even then, corner in from Grimes, Daniel James puts it wide. Sometimes even then, you end up when you go on a bad run, it's very, very difficult to get out of it. Um, Jelini with the free kick, he's hit the post. So a win today could hopefully turn our fortunes around. Dominating the level of highlights here, it's come in and Matt Smith's put it in, but it looks like he is going to be offside there and the goal is ruled out. A late chance from Fulham here, corner in from Seri, headed over by Mitrovic. And I think we might just see this out. Going to go more defensive for the final few minutes of stoppage time. And it's another free kick from Seri. It's covered and it's been put in by Gary Cahill. We were looking good for the win, and another set piece from Jean-Michel Seri has undone us. Nobody picking up. It's not even like he headed it in. It was a good finish, I suppose, and well, what looked like an absolutely vital win has been thrown away right at the end, and I'm not happy with that at all. We dominated the game. We really should have seen that through, and I'm going to tell them all I want to see them in training because that was not good enough whatsoever. Connor Roberts looks like he was at fault for the goal. So after our incredibly disappointing and I don't think entirely fair collapse against Fulham, we've made a few changes for this one enforced, one not. Joe Adams, who was one of our most bright prospects in that game, obviously got injured. He's out for a month now, so Tom Lawrence is going to have to come in for him. Tyler Roberts is also going to come in up front in place of Ben Woodburn, who's been absolutely non-existent recently, and I think just needs to not play anymore. Chance for us here, 10 minutes in. Matt Smith looking for some kind of pass. It's come to Daniel James and he's been fouled, it looks like. Going over to VAR. Usually this results in a penalty. And it is a penalty, which Tom Lawrence is going to take. And he does manage to score past Declan Rudd. Looked a little bit like he wasn't going to manage to do it, but we have got the lead here. Can we actually see it through and not collapse like we did against Fulham, please? Full time it heads it forward. It's come to Tyler Roberts. Turns and finds Matt Grimes, and we've got quite a few men over here. Chelina puts it wide. Roberts with a throw in. Chelina going for the shot. Perhaps it's come to Tom Lawrence, and he's managed to put it away for his fifth goal of the season. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not saying anything until this match is over. But we have got a lead. We've got a two-goal lead, and this is the first time we've had a two-goal lead in a match for a very, very long time. As now Matt Smith gets injured, obviously he got the assist for that goal, and he will take no further part. Well, it's come out to Tom Lawrence on this side, and it's gone into Daniel James. I wasn't really going to say anything because I assumed it would come to nothing, but an excellent ball from Tom Lawrence. has found its way across the Daniel James, and finally, finally, it looks like we've remembered how to play football to something of the level that we were at last year. Let's come out to Lawrence Roberts, Connor Roberts down there from our throw in, and Connor Roberts makes it four. And finally, things are actually clicking. I think even we can't muck it up from here, can we? This would be a collapse of epic proportions with 4-0 up. Where was this against Fulham? Where was this against Burnley? Where was this against Crystal Palace? There we go. That's more like it. 4-0, our first away win of the season, our first away anything of this season. I mean, admittedly, it's against a Preston side that were bottom of the table, and we finished well above in the Championship last year. But a win is a very, very much needed win. We find ourselves after that in 13th place then. I mean, I don't think 4 points from those two games is really good enough, but I'll take it. It's better than none. That is for sure. Um, so yeah, 13th place, 15 points. There's a long way to go, and we've still got to play a lot of other tough teams that are quite frankly better than us. So we're not anywhere close to even looking like we're going to be safe still. 4 points clear of the relegation zone, but most of the teams around us have yet to play because we are playing on the Friday. But at least something of a positive way to end the episode. Let's see how injured Matt Smith is. He's out for 4 to 7 weeks with a twisted ankle because we can't have nice things, or at least not too nice anyway. That is going to be the end of the episode there. Then thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time, where hopefully we will have a little bit, um, a few fewer red and yellow circles here, and a few more greens. I mean, the matches throughout December look relatively winnable, with the exception of probably Tottenham, and hopefully we do get a few more wins on the board because then we do have to play quite a lot of more challenging teams after that.